Hi, it's Kathy from Bishopstone Yarns, and it is now day, I think we are day 18. Yesterday was, well, it's Tuesday today, and yesterday was a rest day, which is good for me because I was away yesterday. Now, what I wanted to show you, and I thought I'll just start off with this strange angle so that then I can show you what I'm going to be working on, because it's a little tricky. I still have this silk left over on the bobbin from when I plied the other day, and I've been thinking about this. I haven't broken this off yet, so it's still attached to my bobbin that I have plied the rest of this bobbin with wool, and then I ran out of the red wool. So what I have done is I've gone back through my stash and had a look, and I have come up with some different reds that I have here, which I'm hoping to blend some of these together. I'm kind of thinking this one is actually called, this is merino and this is raspberry. I think this one is too pink, so I don't know if I can kind of show you, but I think that one's a little bit too pink. Then I have this one, which is this is Dyeing House Gallery. So craft colour. This is 18.5 micron. So very nice and soft and lovely. And this is called Fire. So if you can kind of see, this one's much more of a red. This is a bit more kind of pinky red. So probably not what I'm looking for. And then I have this one, which is ochre. I didn't really want to have to crack into a brand new. This is, how much have I got in here? 100 grams. I didn't really want to have to break into this, but I think I'm going to have some of this and mix it with that. I think this one we can say is too pink. So that one can go in my box to go with my Tour de Femme spin. And these are the two I think I'm going to mix together. I don't know how much I have to do, how much I will have to spin together to get enough for what's on here. I might just mix a whole heap of this together and put it on the bobbin and then ply it, and when whatever I've got left over, I'll find something else to do with it. I'm just going to change the camera angle now so you can see what exactly I'm going to be spinning on, because I'm not going to spin on Major Craft because that already has the bobbin on it. Okay, I'll just stop here and I will change angles. Okay, so I'm back. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to spin here on my Hanson e-spinner because I think that's probably the best option in terms of spinning up. I was just going to show you, this is my neon pink that has been washed and dried, which I had spun up the other week. So I have that here all ready to put with my little kind of pile, my very, very small pile this year of my Tour de Fleece spinning. So that one is lovely. I'm really happy with that one. Okay, so here are my two different colours that I'm going to mix together. I am going to have to, try and eyeball this. I'm kind of, it would be nice just to ply up just enough of this mix of two colours as, it would be nice to only have to spin up enough of this and this to go with the amount of silk that I have, but I can't really judge. I really having trouble trying to judge how much to put together. So I might just I might just break some off, start spinning, and then I will come back to you later once I've spun some up. I don't know how far I will get today. Hopefully I will be able to spin up enough on this that I can start plying. Maybe not. Maybe that might be a bit too adventurous. I only have what have we got now? So this is Tuesday. So I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think we've only got like 5 days left of the tour. And then I've got the Tour de Femme. So I have my box of coloured fleeces, little leftover bits that I'm going to put together for my Tour de Femme. So I can just, I'm just going to start spinning. Yes, I'll come back to you later once I've got something spun, and we'll see how it's looking. Okay, I am back again now. I have started spinning, as you can see here, and not much else really kind of happening. Just spinning. I must admit, I haven't used the, I don't know, I've used the e-spinner for a bit. I think I did some flying on the e-spinner during the tour, but I don't know, moving it from the other room into here, I must have, I don't know, the settings seem to have changed, so it took me a little while to try and get to the point where I was happy with the tension and the spinning, and it seemed to be going very slowly. It wasn't putting much twist in, and then I was trying to get the two colours in my hand here to blend nicely and evenly. In this light, it's really hard to see the difference between the two colour reds, and so I wasn't sure how much of each colour I was blending as I was spinning. I think I've got it going like 50-50 now, but I'm still not quite sure. You can probably see on the back of the chair behind the spinner, I have kind of broken the tops down into smaller into thinner pieces, and then I have got one of each colour next to each other. Even from here, it's still really hard to see the difference in colour, even though there is actually a difference in colour. I think it's just in artificial light, sometimes it changes the colours, so I'm just going to do my best to spin this up, and I'm still trying to guess. This bobbin, of course, on the e-spinner is bigger than the bobbin on the Major Craft, so it's longer. So it's going to be harder to kind of guess when I have actually got the same amount of this wool spun as I have of the silk. But I think, like I said, I'm just going to keep spinning. I've got a few days ahead of me anyway, where I can just sit here and spin up these two reds, see how I go, and I can always find, I'm sure I can always find something to do with any leftover red that I can have. I might even try and blend it with a nice kind of a, I was going to say a nice pinky colour, but maybe I would go for something different. I don't know. I'll have to have a look and see what else I have in my stash that I could possibly blend it with. But for the moment, I'm just going to keep going with this red. I'm kind of not quite sure what I'm going to make out of this silk and wool blend. I'm not going to have enough to make anything really big. I had originally earlier today been thinking that it would be really nice to make a jumper in it, like even just if I did a top-down kind of jumper, a bit like, if you can kind of like a step forward, let me sit forward. So like if you could imagine if I did this yoke section here in the silk and wool, and then the bottom bit just in a plain red, I think that could look quite nice, because then you're using both. Well, I mean, instead of having a pattern up here, you're having the silk as the highlight, and then you're just using the contrasting red down the bottom. That could be quite nice. I don't know that I would actually have enough. Maybe I could do a short, like a cropped, like more like a tee kind of t-shirty type thing. rather than a full-on jumper. Now here comes the interesting thing. I think I've got my colours right. That one and that one I think kind of go together. Then this one, and there should be another one here. No, it seems to be an odd number here. I think these two are going together, and I know I probably should just stop spinning because it's dark, getting dark outside. I've got to have the light on in here to see what I'm doing, but can you see the difference? These two colours look very similar, don't they? But I think they are different. Or am I just adding two of the same colours together? No, I think this one is slightly more red. Can you tell? I don't know if I can tell any difference between them at the moment. I guess if I can't tell much of a difference, it's not going to make much of a difference when I spin it up and ply it with the silk. It just might mean that the second half of the silk bobbin, plied silk bobbin, is going to be a slightly different shade than, say, the first half of that bobbin. We'll see. We'll see when we finish. When I finish doing this and finish spinning up the bobbin. When I finish this and then ply it with the silk that I've already got on the bobbin, on my major craft, we'll see if there's a difference in the two different reds that I have spun up and used to ply. And even if there is a bit of a difference, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. I hope. I hope. Anyway, getting back to what I will make, I don't know. I think it depends on how much yardage I end up with after I've applied this all together, and whether or not there's enough there to make like a little a t-shirty type top, you know, like a short-sleeved summer top. But if I don't have enough of that, then I could just make a really nice shawl or shawlette type thing. It would be lovely to have this really nice and close to the skin. So yeah, a nice red shawl would be lovely. And I guess that's about it really. I don't really have any other plans for what I'm going to make, and I feel like I'm just kind of going to be doing spinning and then looking at what I've got at the end to try and work out what I'm doing. And I have already started thinking about my other crafts and what I'm going to be doing. I went to a stitching group today, and I took along a panel of sashiko stitching which I had bought a while ago, and I thought it was about time that I got it out of the cupboard and had a go at that. That's another thing, that once I finish hand sewing the pattern on that, I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, whether I'll make it into a wall hanging, or originally I thought I could use the panels on a bag, but then I think they might be too pretty to have as a bag. They might just make a really nice wall hanging. But I will do a video about my stitching after the Tour de Fleece, so I can show you what I'm talking about there. But for now, it's all about the spinning and continuing on with the spinning. And yes, like I said, I think I'm going to be here for quite a while doing this spinning, so no rush. I'm not going anywhere until I have finished the red. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take me. Could take, I'm just trying to have a look. I mean, I think I'd be overly optimistic to say I could get all of this finished tomorrow. Maybe if I stay at home for the whole day and spin, I might be able to. But if I have to go out, I probably won't be able to. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll talk to you tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have a bit more of an idea of what I am doing with all of this, and what I'm going to finally do with it. Or maybe I'll just have it as my skeins for the Tour de Fleece, and what I'm going to do with it is a totally different thing to talk about. Okay, I'm going to keep spinning, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.